delegation of 11 parties led by Bihar Chief Minister meets Prime Minister Modi over issue of caste-based census. Indian Army grants time-scale colonel rank to women officers. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur starts Iconic Week as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal slams Congress over lack of development in Assam. And Centre constitutes 3 committees to submit a detailed report on disputed areas along Assam-Meghalaya border. A very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Sukanya Bharadwaj. And now the stories in detail. A delegation of 11 parties led by Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar today met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi over the issue of the caste-based census. The delegation included RJD's Tejashwi Yadav, leader of opposition in the Bihar Assembly, and BJP leader and State Minister Janak Ram. After meeting the Prime Minister, Nitish Kumar said that the Prime Minister heard the demand of the delegation. He said that the delegation briefed Modi on how resolutions have been passed twice in the State Assembly on caste census.
विषय और उसको डिटेल्स में कि कैसे 2019 में पास हुआ, 2020 में हुआ और किस तरह से हम लोग थे, तो हम लोगों को जितना इसके पक्ष में जो भी बात रखनी थी उतना हम लोगों ने कहा है। पीएम ने हम लोगों की बात पूरे तौर पर सुनी है, सब लोगों की बात सुनी।
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री के नेतृत्व में मुख्यमंत्री जी को भी धन्यवाद देते कि हम लोगों के प्रस्ताव को, हम लोगों की मांग पर जो है प्रधानमंत्री जी से समय मांगे।
A selection board of the Indian Army cleared the way for the promotion of 5 women officers to colonel time-scale rank post-completion of 26 years of reckonable service. This is the first time that women officers serving with the Corps of Signals, Corps of Electronic and Mechanical Engineers (EME) and the Corps of Engineers have been approved to the rank of colonel. Previously, promotion to the rank of colonel was only applicable for women officers in the Army Medical Corps (AMC), Judge Advocate General (JAG) and the Army Education Corps (AEC). The widening of promotion avenues to more branches of the Indian Army is a sign of increasing career opportunities for women officers. Combined with a decision to grant permanent commission to women officers from a majority of branches of the Indian Army, this step defines the Indian Army's approach towards a gender-neutral army. The Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today called for reviving Indian folklore traditions and utilizing their potential to advocate social causes such as preventing gender discrimination and protection of the girl child. Expressing his concern over the gradual decline in the popularity of various traditional folk forms, he said that communities that once practiced folk art forms are vanishing. He suggested skill-based training of the youth from these families to revive them and urged upon the youth to use folk media as tools of advocacy and social change. Virtually addressing an event celebrating Indian folklore traditions, the Vice President highlighted the great history and rich diversity of folk art and oral traditions in India and called for popularizing them. Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs Nirmala Sitharaman launched the National Monetization Pipeline (NMP) this evening in New Delhi. NMP comprises a 4-year pipeline of the central government's brownfield infrastructure assets. Besides providing visibility to investors, NMP will also serve as a medium-term roadmap for the asset monetization initiative of the government. Speaking on the occasion, Sitharaman said National Monetization Pipeline talks about brownfield assets where investment is already being made and where there are assets either languishing or not fully monetized or underutilized.
Asset monetization pipeline. And just to remind you, National Infrastructure Pipeline was launched in December 2019, and there is a parallel running of these two from this year onwards. So this is going to be coterminous with the infrastructure pipeline, is a point which Amitabh made, and I think that really gives you the timeline and the framework and how infrastructure related, both brownfield and greenfield things are going to happen simultaneously. But the first thing to start with is the budget that we presented in February 2021 was clearly something which was prepared in the light of the pandemic affected economy. 2020, you saw the rapid changes that had happened. We had to lock down the economy because at that time we did not even have PPE kits. Then, of course, ramping up of capacities and production, all that happened. But nevertheless, the economy did have a serious challenge. But we didn't allow the challenge to remain there. We took it as...
Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur has started off the iconic week from today till 29th of this month as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The objective is to showcase the journey of New India and celebrate the contribution of freedom fighters, including the unsung heroes of the freedom struggle, through massive outreach activities. Screening of iconic films is a special feature of the Iconic Week celebration. DD Network will showcase a series of documentaries such as Netaji, Merger of Princely States, etc. Popular Indian films such as Razi will also be telecast. To add to the fervor, a series of other online film festivals such as India at the Rate of 75, Voyage of Progress, and India at the Rate of 75, Icons of India will be held from 23rd to 25th August 2021 and 26th to 28th August 2021, respectively, by the Films Division. Swarnim Vijay Mashal, symbolizing India's triumph over Pakistan in 1971 war, was brought to War Memorial at Dighali Pukhuri in Guwahati on Monday in a formal ceremony organized by 51 sub-area. The victory flame was received by Siddhartha Bhattacharya, MLA of East Guwahati. Band of BSF played martial tunes to commemorate the solemn occasion. Before the reception of victory flame, MLA Siddhartha Bhattacharya laid the wreath in reverence to our fallen heroes who made the supreme sacrifice. Defense personnel, war veterans, NCC cadets and general public were also present. Victory Flame is travelling in all 4 cardinal directions in the country commemorating the Swarnim Vijay Varsh and will move further on 24th August to parts of North Assam.
ये प्रोग्राम 1971 में पाकिस्तान के साथ में जो हमारी लड़ाई हुई थी उसमें हमने पाकिस्तान को हराकर एक बांग्लादेश का उदय हुआ। आज उसी प्रोग्राम की स्वर्णिम जयंती 50 इयर्स मनाए जा रहे हैं। जैसे कि आपको पता है कि ये फ्लेम जो है दिल्ली से आई है। 9 तारीख के दिन ये फ्लेम हमारे असम में गुवाहाटी में आ चुकी थी और अब इसके बाद
Union Minister and former Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal on the 3rd day of Jan Ashirwad Yatra in Assam addressed the party workers in Jorhat district today. After reaching the Jorhat town, Sonowal attended a meeting with the local party workers and other people at the district library in the town, where he was felicitated by various organizations. In his speech, Sonowal said that Congress party was in power in Assam for long, but they did nothing for the development of the state. Sonowal added that Modi government had given utmost importance for the overall development in Assam as well as of other states of the northeastern region. Later, Sonowal attended another meeting in Moriani. UN Minister of State Rameshwar Teli, MPs Kamakhya Prasad Tasa and Tapan Gogoi were also present in the meeting along with other party leaders.
Eta IOC aru eta antu ONGC aru eta Nabaratna Oil India duta upstream company aru eta downstream company বিশ্বর অত্যন্ত উল্লেখযোগ্য কোম্পানি হিসেবে প্রতিষ্ঠিত 3টা কোম্পানির জন্মস্থান হল অসম। গতিকে আজি মাননীয় ৰামেশ্বৰ তেলী ডাঙৰীয়াক পেট্ৰলিয়াম বিভাগৰ মন্ত্ৰী দায়িত্ব অৰ্পণ কৰি মাননীয় প্ৰধানমন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়াই অসমৰ ৰাইজক এই ক্ষেত্ৰৰ
In Meghalaya, Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma informed that 3 committees have been constituted by the government to study and submit detailed report on the disputed areas along the Assam-Meghalaya border. He said that Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong will head the committee for Ribhoi district, and in West Khasi Hills, Cabinet Minister Renington Lindo will head the committee. Similarly, in East Jaintia Hills, Cabinet Minister Novalang Dhar will head the committee along with Home Minister Lakshman Rimboi and 2 other MLAs and DC of the district.
Once all the detailed study and is done, then the 2 committees from both the sides, that is, will meet and if necessary, which I'm pretty sure it will be, joint visits also will be made to the different locations. So It is in advanced stage, and as I said, we expect that the process of doing the homework as well as meetings, joint committee, joint visits, all of these will take place very, very shortly.
In Manipur, the Chief Minister's COVID-19 affected livelihood support scheme was launched to provide assistance to those who had severely affected the COVID-19 pandemic in the state. The scheme was launched today by Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in a function held at Imphal. While speaking in the launching event, the Chief Minister maintained that the state government had been working sincerely with an aim to uplift the poor and weaker sections of the state. The government is for the poor and people and is always ready to serve them. And Biren further stated that the Chief Minister's COVID-19 affected livelihood support scheme was introduced considering economic dislocations which had severely affected the livelihood of a large percentage of the population, leading to an inability to maintain a basic minimum standard of living. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu today virtually launched Bestow 2021, a month-long campaign for the empowerment of village communities under Jal Jeevan Mission. To mark the launch, Khandu bestowed an in-village component of water supply assets to the Village Water and Sanitation Committee of Ganga Village in Papumpare district. Talking to Twitter, Khandu said Arunachal government at present had achieved more than 50% success rate in providing tap water connections in rural households. More than 58 crore 25 lakh vaccine doses of COVID-19 have been administered in the country under the nationwide vaccination drive so far. Union Health and Family Welfare Ministry has said over 7,95,000 vaccine doses were administered to the beneficiaries in the last 24 hours. In a statement, Health Ministry said the country has reported over 25,000 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, which is the lowest in 160 days. The country's active caseload currently stands at 3,33,924. The ministry said a total of 44,157 patients have recovered from the COVID infection during the last 24 hours, taking the total recoveries to more than 3 crore 16 lakh. Reporting 1,260 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has a caseload of 50,695 released cases. The tally for the dead is 259. Assam is saddled with 6,644 active cases in its kitty, even as cured cases numbered 5,70,847 discharged cases. The death toll is 5,576. Manipur has 3,994 active cases, followed by 1,05,197 discharged cases. The dead account for 1,751. Projecting 3,062 active cases, Meghalaya has a turnout of 69,425 cured cases, even as the death number 1,278. Burdened with 5,982 active cases, Mizoram has 46,290 cured cases. The tally for the dead is 200. In Nagaland, the active caseload is 975, while the released cases number 28,004. The death toll is 610. With 1,583 active cases, Sikkim has 27,366 discharged cases. The death toll is 365. Tripura has 1,095 active cases, followed by 8,213 cured cases, even as the dead account for 787. To end the news, the main points once again. A delegation of 11 parties led by Bihar Chief Minister meets Prime Minister Modi over issue of caste-based census. Indian Army grants time-scale colonel rank to women officers. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur starts Iconic Week as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal slaps Congress over lack of development in Assam. And Centre constitutes 3 committees to submit a detailed report on disputed areas along Assam-Meghalaya border. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.